Jason Laird in for Rachel today.
Yeah, I got to tell you guys, I think we've seen about every weather imaginable over the last 24 hours. Rain, sunshine, grapple, snow, you name it. Kind of a mix of everything out there. Now, with all these elements moving through, I want to take you up and show you all the watches and warnings we do have right now across the mountain ranges. Winter storm warnings in the areas in red. And these, again, are pretty much up through Saturday right now. Areas in white, that is going to be a winter weather advisory. And then we do have a winter storm watch in the area in blue there, which looks like that bad boy just expired for us as we speak. Currently on the live HD Doppler, notice we're tracking pretty heavy precipitation all the way up and down the I-25 corridor. Right along the I-25 corridor is where we're getting that rain-snow mix right now. Again, so you are looking at a bit of a slushy commute tonight. However, shouldn't be overly bad. A lot of that moisture falling right now that is snow is melting pretty much immediately just due to the warm weather we've had and those ground temperatures being much warmer. To kind of show you the big picture, we've got an area of low pressure right over the Four Corners region. It's kind of been camped out there. It kind of broke off of the jet stream and is just hanging out right over the Four Corners area. That's taking all that South Pacific moisture and just wrapping it continually over the state. So that's what's providing all the moisture over the next few days. For the remainder of tonight, here's how things are going to play out. That rain-snow mix border is going to stay right along the I-25 corridor. Heavier snow over top of the high terrain. Likely going to see some pretty decent accumulation amounts there. We do get some stronger bands of showers that are expected to move pretty much south to north tonight, moving up along I-70, and notice by about 8 tonight, we're going to see some heavier pockets of rain tonight. So again, we're not likely going to see snow into the eastern portions of Colorado. Could even see a little pop-up thunderstorm into that area. Snow again, though, into the high terrain right along the I-25 corridor. That rain-snow mix making for a very slushy evening and a slushy morning commute. Does start to clear out, though, and let up a little bit bright and early there Friday morning, but more snow and rain is going to move into the forecast. As for your lows tonight, 33 in Colorado Springs, 36 in Pueblo, 20s and 30s in the high terrain. Mild, though, in eastern Colorado. As you notice, that's where all the thunderstorms are going to kick off this evening. And again, very weak thunderstorms, just enough to kind of kick off some heavier rain. Tomorrow, a little chilly still, tracking 48 in Colorado Springs, 57 in Pueblo, a few 60s throughout eastern Colorado, and 30s and 40s in the high terrain. Taking you a little bit further in advance and showing you the snow tracker now. Again, this is how the computer-generated models are anticipating snowfall for tonight. Not much is breaking over the I-25 corridor, so we're tracking rain pretty much east of the I-25 corridor, snow into the higher terrain, breaking down a few of those totals, likely about 2 to 4 throughout the Palmer Divide. Again, a lot of this is going to melt, so you might not even have that heavy of accumulation. However, more into Woodland Park, into the Pikes Peak region, about 4 to 7, and could see up to 2 in Colorado Springs this evening. Much of that is going to melt on the roads. However, the grassy areas could see a little bit heavier amounts. Further south, just a trace. Most all of that snow staying well into the mountain ranges. Extended forecast looking like this, taking you out through Friday and the rest of your weekend. That area of low pressure is going to continue to track along the New Mexican border, and notice how all that moisture just swirls right around. So it's basically just recirculating all that moisture, starting to tap into Gulf moisture as well. But we will see it finally start to move out of the area late Saturday into Sunday. However, we're still going to see lingering moisture pretty much all the way up through the weekend into the early parts, even Monday. But it finally starts to break out of the region late Sunday afternoon. Over the next 7, here's how things play out. Again, rain-snow mix pretty much lasting up through Saturday. A little bit of a break there for your weekend, but still tracking moisture this weekend, and those temperatures rising right back up to the 60s by Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of this next week. Pueblo looking at 57 again tomorrow. A little bit warmer into Saturday, pretty mellow there Sunday, still tracking moisture. Again, all that wraparound moisture as that area of low pressure tracks off through the region. Back up to the 70s, though, by Wednesday. So hopefully all that moisture will finally start to taper off by Tuesday. That's how things are playing out right now. It's a very slow mover, that area of low pressure, and that's why we're just getting that residual moisture. As for Canyon City, looking at 52 degrees, pretty consistent into the mid-50s for your weekend, back up to the 60s by Tuesday and Wednesday. Teller County, relatively the same, down into the 40s, though. A little chilly, and those overnight lows, again, dropping well below freezing. So it's going to be a bit chilly at night, and that, again, is going to contribute to a little bit of snow accumulation. Most of this, though, is just going to stay slushy just due to all the warm weather we had. Those ground temperatures are just rather warm right now. So not a lot's going to stick, but still tomorrow morning, plan a little extra time. If it gets slushy out there, you know how everybody gets to driving.
Yeah. It's kind of a great scenario because we need the moisture and we're getting it, but it's not necessarily affecting the commute as badly.
Exactly, and it's pretty much a typical springtime storm. I mean, it's nothing too out of the ordinary. It's just got a bit of a punch to it, and it's a real slow mover. That's the biggest thing right now, is it's just kind of trolloping along. Southern Colorado, not moving too fast. So, yep.
Thanks, Jason.
All right, thank you, Jason. It's